man. You know, it's funny you say that about the raccoons because I think... I don't know if it is raccoons, but I think there is an animal in my attic again. Oh, thanks for the follow! Unless you're a raccoon in my attic, in which case... we back. We back. And, yeah, no, it's funny that you mentioned that about raccoons. I think they might have busted into my attic again. Or some other animal. I don't know what it is, I haven't seen them, but, you know. They're very persistent. Yeah. I did actually call my ISP about this, and apparently it's like a router issue. And by that I mean the router model issue. Apparently this is a thing that happens with this model of router, which is real great. It's so funny. It's under observation though, so but this means that it's proof that this happens. Is real. I'm not crazy. It's the R&R living in my house. I need to leave. I need to pay rent. And I can't just pay rent and sugar. Raccoons live in the tiny raccoons in my router. Anyway.
I found the perfect
also,
job
I did
for
do the
traveler.
Mamere.
First, I'd like you to lie down in this bed.
I did do the Mamere quest, so... I think that's what I was about to say before it blipped. Real R&R or the friends we made along the way? I don't think there was a friendship there. Oh. You want me to take a nap?
What for? I need you to pretend to be sick.
Uh-huh?
What?
Oh, is she practicing her bedside manner?
Oh, is it that difficult? I thought you did a pretty good job last time. Oh, so you knew. I sure did. He was way more interesting than the usual malingering inmates, and you played along very well, Paimon. I observed you two for quite a while after that.
Oh, good. We were being watched.
Well, this is awkward. But why do you need us to do it again now? No time to explain. My next patient will be here any second. Please just do as I say. You can, pretend like you've got a nasty headache. And throw in some dry heaving for good measure. Okay.
Oh no! I'm dying! Truly, this headache.
Hey, Doc. It's me. I'm only here because my mom won't stop pestering me about it. So annoying.
Are we gonna pretend to take medicine so that the kid takes medicine?
Well, your mother has enough on her plate with a busy job. The last thing she needs is to worry about you being sick as well.
I know. I shouldn't treat the place like a playground. Shouldn't go swimming in the lower levels where we join up with the sea, because it'll give me a cold and distract her from her work.
I feel like that last bit is a little bit... Like, I feel like the parent shouldn't have said that. I think, you know, main concern is don't let the kid get sick. Right? My trip went well. It was pretty nice, very hot, although it's hot everywhere right now, so I guess that's not really anything new.
I thought I'd be able to have some fun here at the fortress for a few days, but it's always, don't do this, and don't do that.
Alright, sit yourself down and I'll take your temperature. Your fever still hasn't gone down. Well, here's your medicine. 1 cup for starters, and we'll see if it helps.
But Doc, it's so bitter. Do I really have to drink it? I mean, I'll be fine, right? I've got an uncle who caught a cold. His fever went away on its own after a couple days. Can't you just write me a note saying I'm on the mend? I just need something to keep my mom off my case.
I sure can. You're a very brave boy after all.
Huh? Brave? What makes you say that?
Is she gonna say that his symptoms are gonna get worse?
Well, if you want to rely on your own immune system to clear up your
fever,
you have to tough it out like this guy.
Hang in there,
there, traveler? Are you gonna puke? Paimon can get you a paper bag!
Imaginarium Theater? I'll probably be doing that on Wednesday. Yeah, no, Chinese medicine is incredibly bitter, but I'll take bitterness over certain flavors. Like, I can handle extreme bitterness. I cannot handle artificial grape. Ugh.
Huh?
Suffer! Suffer like me!
As long as you're tough enough to get through the nausea and dizziness caused by the high fever, you'll be right as rain after just a few days' rest.
Artificial cherry is like... It's not great for me, I don't like the flavor, but it's tolerable. Grape, I genuinely cannot handle. Like, I have like an immediate reaction of like, nope, get that out of my body. No, that's totally fair though. There's just like, man. Maybe they should, I don't know. I feel like as a kid I would have done better with medicine if it wasn't like flavored. But I guess the extreme bitterness would have been worse.
If I'm not tough enough?
Then you take your medicine. Oh no, he died! Oh no, there he goes. Game over, that's it.
Put it this way, at least you'll never have to see the doctor again, right?
Guess we have a... We gotta move into the morgue now.
I
Bubble
think
gum,
maybe I'll take that medicine after all, if that's okay.
Man, bubblegum flavor, that also sucks.
Oh, of course. Here, it's still warm.
It's so bitter.
All done. Great job, you two. That kid really doesn't know what's good for him.
I mean, you're... Kids are not going to. You know? They're not gonna get the consequences of their inaction.
His mother's a guard here. She's been working back-to-back shifts lately, but unfortunately his father's away on a business trip right now. She had no choice but to bring her son here for the time being. He was quite happy at first. He seemed to think that the Fortress of Meripede would be all fun and games. So you made us put on that act just to scare a kid into taking his medicine? That's a pretty sneaky trick. Seems like there's a whole side to Sigewinne we never knew about.
Oregon flavor? Like the state? When will you learn that your actions have consequences? Exactly. Oregano! Maybe? Oregano. Orange? Orange! We got there. We figured it out. I'm a fan of orange. I'm a fan of citrus. But I will say I haven't had orange flavored medicine, and I think that makes the difference. Because like artificial orange in like, you know, like Starbursts or something is probably going to be way better than it is in medicine. Actually, no, I might have had it a little bit. I think I was okay with it, but that's also because like, hit or miss. Yeah, that's a fair point. I think it was a I will take this over grape any day of the week. That's probably what happened for me.
It's a technique I learned from my teacher.
Scare the bejesus out of the kids.
Oh, you
Mint?
had a teacher? Was she a melazine doctor too?
I've never had mint-flavored medicine.
She was human.
Oh.
She passed away a long time ago.
I'm not a fan of the bubblegum meds. Again, still better than grape. Again, I can stomach those. I can stomach a lot of them. I can tolerate a lot of these flavors. Not grape, though. And that one flavor I had, and I don't know what it was, but like there was one that I had that was just like... Ugh. I just immediately, my body just reacted and I could not keep it down. What was it? It was something I had later in life too, so it's like... It wasn't like a flavor of like some type of fruit or anything. It was like... It was some type of bitterness. I don't know. Flavored medicine tastes best so kids don't eat it like candy? Oh, so flavored just enough to have them get it down, but not enough for them to like actually want more of it. That's fair. Flintstone vitamins were good. NyQuil is mint. Oh, I see. I guess I never had it as a kid.
Oh, sorry.
Might have had it in pill form. I went to pills very quickly because I just did not like liquid medicine. The blip is also back from vacation. Yeah, a little bit.
No, it's fine. I really liked my teacher, so it's always nice when I get to talk about her with other people.
I what? No. I switched to pill types of medicine growing up instead of having liquid because it was very gross.
She was a traveling doctor, and since she didn't have a clinic, she'd go out and visit her patients wherever they were. Dealing with the badly behaved ones was her specialty. She used to say, if you can scare the little brats into taking their medicine, you won't have to hear them wailing and screeching when their condition gets worse.
Well, I guess that's a way to put that.
Huh, she sounds like a pretty strict teacher. Strict? Well, that's not how my teacher saw it. She thought of herself as terrifying to kids.
Is that a badge of honor? I don't know if I would self-identify as that. You have to take it, you just take it. No, that's fair, especially nowadays. I would just take it, but like, I think there are still certain flavors that my body just instinctively rejects and I just can't have. That's why if I can get it in pill form, it's just way less painless that way. Way less painful. There we go. That's the way.
Strange way for a doctor to describe themselves.
Yeah.
Now Paimon's curious to know what she looked like.
Was this teacher the witch?
As it happens, I actually have a picture of her.
I really hope that this is a witch. Was this the witch? I don't know.
Oh, wow, yeah, okay, that'll terrify the kids.
Pill form Pepto-Bismol.
Yep. All the children she treated thought she was a witch.
Okay, this is the person from the story. Gotcha.
Why does it almost sound like you're envious of her?
Why she look like that? She's had to deal with a lot of kids
Oh, because
being
I am.
terrors.
If she was here, all the children would take their medicine without any need for tricks.
Take your medicine. Okay.
A doctor who looks like a witch. True, they wouldn't dare try anything funny with her around. Oh, me, on the other hand, it's hopeless. Children aren't afraid of me at all. That's actually a good thing, you know?
Tricks are for kids.
Oh, my next patient should be arriving now. Would you
Oh,
mind
is it another
lending
kid
me
that
a
I have to
hand
trick?
again? Sure thing! On to the next mission.
Actually, to be fair, having the big syringe out as a thing of just like, if you don't want to take the medicine like this, then I'll have to just give it to you some other way. Gestures to giant syringe. You know? Like, I think that works as a deterrent too. Or, encouragement in this case? Yeah. It could also be a deterrent.
Is it nighttime already? That flew by. You really have a busy job, Sigewinne. Well, thanks to you two, it was much easier today. Aww. Should we get some rest? It's getting pretty late. Oh, there is one last thing. I have to keep it confidential, so I usually leave it till after everyone's clocked out. Confidential? Are you sure you can tell us?
Yeah, I was about to ask that same question.
It's fine. You're not living here anymore, so it's okay if you know. All it is I have to prepare some ingredients to make healthy meals with.
Oh, the purple meals, or whatever. I remember, it was in the quest. I did not end up pulling for her, no.
Wait, you mean
yeah.
healthy meals? My patients refuse to eat any healthy meals I prepare in front of them, so I have to prep the ingredients in secret, then let the chef at the coupon cafeteria handle the rest. Considering even the chef's version makes people uneasy, it really makes you wonder what's in it.
Nutrition.
You want to find out? I can teach you how to make it. That way, if you ever suffer from exhaustion on your future travels, you can prepare a healthy meal for yourself. It's really good for you, you know. Sure? Guess we can help out one more time.
And it's made with synth. Nah, I wouldn't think so.
Ready. Now, put them on the table and add them in the order I tell you. First, we add this special slime condensate.
Okay.
Stir it thoroughly, then pour it in. Oh, see that? It adds elasticity. It looks just like tasty jelly, doesn't it?
What does it taste like? I mean, Paimon and Traveler have used slime condensate before in food. Pretty frequently. Oh.
Yeah, it really does. Until you remember it's slime condensate.
I mean, if you add some, like, honey to slime condensate... I don't know what slime condensate tastes like, but I imagine it's, like, flavorless. If you add, like, honey or something to it, it probably tastes alright.
Next up, xenochromatic crystals.
Rocks?
You want to crush them up into a fine powder, like powdered sugar.
That's a rock. Oh, no.
Wait, are those from Fontimer Aberrants?
No, those aren't
Are you
rocks.
sure they're edible?
What? What? It's the crab goop.
Finally, Blue
You've
made
actually
some
been feeding it to the
high-protein
characters.
meats. Frogs
to
are
ascend
an
them.
Excellent choice. You just need to clean their innards, and then you're left with some lovely tender meat.
I've heard that frog tastes like chicken. You know? Oh, 3 whole frogs!
Frogs.
Are frogs nutritious? I actually have no idea. I'm half tempted to look, but I don't want to put that in my search history.
And we're done.
Yes, okay.
All that's left now is to pack them into lunch boxes and hand them to Walsey.
Ballsy. Oh! A lot of things taste like chicken because chicken is a very simple protein, so other simple proteins taste alike. Oh wait, that's actually really cool. Huh. Snails. What other weird cuisines? I think there's some meal out there that's like... I mean... things that I probably would stay away from because I am squeamish and I'm already a picky eater. Like, probably, like... I would avoid, like, liver. I'd avoid, personally anyway, like, hooves, brains. Live octopus? No, thank you. I would like to eat things that are not alive.
Yesterday in the production zone, I noticed an inmate who's been working for 2 days straight. That means it's a healthy meal for him tomorrow.
Like, listen, people who eat it, more power to them. They can have my portions. I don't know if I'd be able to eat it, though. Oh yeah, that is a danger, huh? The suction cups? Oh, man. Genuine choking hazard.
Sigewinne really does have the inmate's best interests at heart.
Are we not adding any flavoring into this? Like, I mean, I'm going to assume that the frog was cooked. But, like, no seasonings? No, nothing? Wait. That's just, like, gloopy frog meat. Ugh. Do I like sushi? Here's the thing. I am okay with some sashimi. I'm actually not really big on seafood. I'm okay with salmon sashimi, but generally I'm not really the biggest fan of other types. Like, I really don't like tuna, I have found. Seafood's not really my thing. I can tolerate it though, and I can grow to like some of it. Yeah, humans invented cooking. I don't know. I think that, like, there are different cultures with different types of foods, and I think that's a very cool thing. My stomach cannot handle many different types of foods, so I will stay away. Oh, what this? Why is there a treasure chest up here?
Wow, I've never seen half the stuff in here before.
Head nurse. Got some extras for me?
Like, I'll eat most types of sushi in, like, Kura sushi, because, like, that has really good sushi. Except for the tuna, I will avoid that. Salmon and imitation crab. You can't eat shrimp, though. Oh, I think shrimp's okay. Personally. So, oof.
Just the one today. The serial number's on the lid.
Sounds good. I'll make sure it gets delivered.
Sounds like they're talking in code. Thanks for your help.
Hibachi shrimp.
Oh, it's no
Oh, pork
trouble
belly?
at all. I only wish I could do more.
I
You
mean,
work
look at
so
this.
hard for all our sakes. I'd
Aw.
happily lose a little sleep if it meant helping you out.
I do like pork belly. I'm okay with fatty meats. I know that's not everyone's thing, and I can't have too much of it, because, like, then I just end up getting nauseous. But, yeah. Like, what is the translation? Like, braised pork belly, I think is the translation? I grew up with it, so that's probably one of the reasons why I haven't, and I'm okay with it. KBBQ. That's really good. Red tuna's good? You don't like canned tuna? Oh. I don't think I've ever had canned tuna. I'm not a big fan of red tuna though, personally. But again, people's tastes are all different, and that's why food is very diverse. And this is why I don't know how to respond to the frogs covered in gloop. I don't know, maybe someone likes it.
That won't do. If you reduce your sleeping hours any further, your health will start to suffer.
And you'll have to eat the frogs.
Nurse's orders. I'll do as I'm told. But you take care of yourself too.
Well, I'm done with work for today. Thanks for helping out, you two. Seems like the guards and staff here have a lot of respect for you, Sigewinne. In just one day of helping you with your work, it feels like we've done a lot for the fortress.
Man, isn't it great that we've completely forgotten about the guy whose face half melted off? And probably that was the guy who was impersonating some other guy using the butterfly dew. I don't know. It's wild that we have forgotten about that event.
Head nurse, please, wait. I'm sorry to disturb you this late at night, but I think you'll agree. This is urgent.
I guess we are not forgetting about that event.
Okay, just relax and catch your breath. What's the matter?
The guard at the observation ward, Odilon, he told me to pass on a message to you. One of the inmates there, the guy suffering from possible hallucinations, well, he seems to have made a sudden recovery, and now he wants to apply for permission to leave the ward.
Huh? Already? You were right to tell me. I'll have to examine him and make sure he's well before we discharge him. Looks like we've got one job as medical assistants left. We'll come with you.
Is it actually him, or is it the doppelganger? I continue to not know how elevators work, so I'm just gonna take the teleport. Cool. Where is the observation ward? I saw the first trailer when it came out, and I sent it to some friends because I thought it was very silly, and now it's become a viral sensation, and I don't know how to feel about that.
Ah, head nurse, you're finally here. I'm so sorry for all the trouble I've caused you, but I believe I've now made a full recovery.
Is this the same voice? This isn't the same voice, right? I'm not that... I mean, I am that forgetful, but like...
After giving it some thought, I'm sure that I was probably just seeing things. Stress-related, I imagine. I'd been working long hours, so I definitely wasn't in the best state of mind.
Am I just gaslighting myself? Yeah, like, I think it sounds different. I think this guy is a face stealer.
I totally understand.
Skinwalker?
Still, I have to give you an examination before I can discharge you, okay? So, take a deep breath and don't be nervous. It'll be the exact same procedure as we did this morning. We can start whenever you're ready.
Goes to touch his skin, it just dissolves under her glove.
Again, so sorry. I was in such a state this morning, I barely recall anything. Would you mind taking me through it again?
I do not believe... Hey, what's your name?
Oh, not at all. It's a lot to remember. First up, we have a little cognitive test. Just concentrate and you'll be fine. To start with, which finger am I holding up?
Meanwhile, the real Eric is like tied up in a box or something.
Your pinky.
Poke his skin.
Alright.
Have it
all
melt.
indicators seem normal.
This isn't him!
So it was a stress-induced hallucination after all?
He's the hallucination!
Well, we've certainly had previous cases of mental illness caused by overwork, which is why I carefully observe everyone in the production zone. I wonder how I managed to
You
miss
didn't.
the signs this time.
No, you didn't. Trust in your gut.
Please, head nurse, you shouldn't blame yourself. I'm just still adapting, that's all. Pushed myself too hard, and I guess I couldn't take it. Thanks for looking after me. I'll be as good as new after a good night's sleep.
No, don't release him.
And if you can give me the okay, I know I'll sleep better back in my good old dorm.
It can be difficult
No,
to
no,
relax
no,
in
no,
an
no,
unfamiliar
no.
environment. All right then, you can leave the ward. I suggest you take 2 days off to focus on your recovery. I'll take you off the observation list for
No.
now. So, you're officially discharged.
Where's the real Eric?
Great. I can't thank you enough, head nurse.
Mr. Odilon, could you escort him back?
Of course. I'm on guard duty in the administrative area tonight, so nothing will go wrong. You have my word.
How many skinwalkers are there?
Guess you're finally done for the day now, huh?
Oh, that was so sus. How did no one notice?
Yep. But I still haven't gotten around to making that improved lotion for you yet. Oh, no rush!
What could possibly
Seriously,
go
it's super
wrong?
late now. You should go get some rest too. Well, tomorrow it is then. Good night, Traveler. Good night, Paimon. Hope you sleep well. Oh, don't you
Eric,
worry.
where are you?
We will. After a productive day of work, we're both gonna sleep like a log. Yeah, sleep tight, Sigewinne. See you tomorrow.
Shoot, where's Eric? Oh boy, switcheroo. Yeah, I bet it's switcheroo. I think it was till 8, right? Wait, actually, what time am I waiting till? 8, okay. Oh man. I am not a fan of this.
Paimon really did sleep like a log. Let's go find Sigewinne.
Oh yeah, the monthly wishes. Oh yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Oh, I don't have enough for that. That's funny. That's so funny. Anyway. Where am I going? Where am I going? Oh, duh. Her office. Okay. Wait. This way? This way. That one. This dot. Alrighty. Cool, have we found the real Eric?
How is the infirmary even busier than yesterday? Good morning, Traveler and Paimon. I have a few people here for a checkup, so you might need to wait for a while. No problem. Anything we can do to help? There's a bit of a complicated situation here. I'm still getting to the bottom of it myself.
You have to believe me. I'm telling the truth.
Ooh, love those quotes. Oh, is this guy saying he's Eric?
You're in a medical facility. Keep it down.
Please, listen to me. I'm not Gascon. I'm Uy.
You're a horrible liar, you know that? We get all your mugshots with the arrest warrants. It's clear as day that you're Gascon.
You mean because of the way I look? I don't know what happened. I just woke up like this. Then you guys dragged me in here for an interrogation.
I feel like you should be able to recognize these people's voices, because it doesn't change that, clearly.
I brought you
Face
here to
off! Oh my
figure
god,
out
you're
what's
right.
going on. If you truly are the victim of an injustice, yelling isn't going to achieve anything. At most, it'll delay your vindication.
Actually, that's fair.
All right. I get it.
This is nuts. Yesterday's interrogations went fine, and now this.
Morning, Your Grace. What's going on?
Remember the case I mentioned yesterday? The one brought to me by the Marachose Phantom? Well, we've been questioning the inmates involved this morning. Every single one of them is claiming mistaken identity.
Huh. That's even weirder than what that guy was saying yesterday.
Oh god, yeah, no, the deer anime. I know what you're talking about. It's the hyper-realistic deer, right? The Shikanoko no Konoko no Koshi Dandan. Oh, Nichijou. Never mind. It's another, that's another anime in that similar vein, though. I have not seen that one. I have seen the Shiko no Kono 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 Kono. Anyway.
The thing is, none of them have been able to provide any evidence whatsoever to support their claims. Questioning them further got us nowhere, so for now, we've brought them to the infirmary.
And we thought yesterday was as busy as it got for Sigewinne.
We've compiled their statements. Have a look. Perhaps there's something we missed.
What's going on here? Well, you see, people are not who they say they are. We're playing a game of Among Us. Who's this? Who's this Potten? Oh god, I can't say names. Honor? Anyway, I'd applied to go out and see a doctor, but when I woke up, I was in another cell. Unbelievable. I'm not Gascon, I'm oui. Today should have been the final day of my sentence, so I should have gone free. What gives? There it is. I'm Eric. Why does stuff like this always happen to me? Now there's no way my release papers are getting squared away today. My name is... Oh no. Uh-oh, the guard got impersonated. I was worried about that too, because I'm like, is it just me or does the guard sound sus? Okay, cool.
Wait.
No one's fake like us, gone. I'm also surprised that it got through the auto mod. Yeah, it might be because Streamlabs is it because it's turned off? Is that the reason? I don't... No, it has been working, right? Yeah, it's on. I mean, to be fair, I have a whitelist on it? Or... I'll double check. Wait, where do I do this again? Where do I check this again? Oh no. Oh, it's in here. Oh, right. Yeah, that's what I had. Yeah, it permits for regulars and subs. Cause like those will probably eliminate the spam ones anyway, or like knocks out the spam ones. That's what it was. I did do that. I thought ahead. Oh my god.
Release? Interesting. The inmates they spoke of in their statements appear to all be due for release today.
Okay, they haven't been released yet, though.
I noticed that too. If that's their plan, they're underestimating us a little.
No.
Every serious offender claims that there's someone else who just so happens to be due for release today. And they're expecting us to go along with that.
One of them is a guard.
All the more reason
I feel like you should know his voice.
Lumberzar, check the release list for today and make sure no one gets processed.
Good.
We're gonna need an excuse, though. Just say we're out of forms, and that we're furiously printing more as we speak.
I'm on it.
It's conceivable that our group of serious offenders somehow found a way to switch places with inmates who are about to be released, so they can walk out right under our noses.
Okay, good. Someone is catching on.
We did consider that possibility. But I mean, just look at them. They match the warrants, period. How could there have been a switch?
Only if they're dead ringers for the inmates due for release, I suppose. I gave you that name list yesterday to assist in your investigation. Did that help?
Yes, the inmates' mugshots were attached to the list. The first thing I did was check for lookalikes, and I didn't find any. The only other thing that stands out to me is that their voices sound a little different today. But it's not exactly hard to put on a fake voice.
The poor guard, their coworker, is sitting there like, how do you not remember me?
Oh, really? What does our head nurse make of all of this?
Give me a moment. I think I have a way to confirm whether there's been a switch.
Blood type?
I know, it's not time to change your dressing yet, but please bear with me. Huh? Isn't that the guy from yesterday? This should be Honore. He has very severe facial ulcers, which require an operation in the hospital at the Court of Fontaine. I authorized him to leave the fortress for medical treatment under guarded escort.
Yes, like I told you. I'm not Putton. I'm Honore.
So there has been
Honore.
a swap. Well, I can see what happened in Potton's case, but how do you explain the other inmates? You're not telling me their souls switched bodies, are you?
No, I believe it was their faces that got switched.
Ugh. Also, hope you had fun.
The method is a bit like replacing a tooth. Take the bad tooth out, put a false one in.
Honore.
And actually, I think I can prove it to you.
Uh-huh.
Traveler, Paimon, do you remember Eric from the other day? Yeah, sure do. Then you can be my witnesses. To start with, please fetch the inmate who claims to be Eric.
36. Ooh. Testimony, okay. Oh. Wait, why would I... Oh... Shoot. Wasn't it on... Wait. Henri? Wasn't it you?
So, you're Eric?
Yes, head nurse.
Okay,
It's
it is.
me. You do believe me, right?
I need to do another examination on you. Same procedure as yesterday.
All right. It's the cognition test first, right? So I need to concentrate.
And there we go.
Now, try to recall if you can. The last time we did this test, which finger did I hold up?
I believe it was your index finger.
But that means...
Huh?
So, basically, last night, the Eric who said he saw another him suddenly recovered and applied to leave the observation ward. Sigewinne did another test before letting him leave, but that time, she held up her pinky finger.
Huh? I don't know about any test last night. There was nothing to do in the observation ward, so I went straight to bed. Then I somehow woke up in a high-security cell.
Well, in that case, there is a reasonable explanation for the strange events of the past 2 days.
So, what exactly happened?
The gang of serious offenders wanted to break out of prison, so they identified a group of scapegoats, namely inmates whose terms were almost up, and planned to switch appearances with them. Last night, when Odilon was on duty, they ambushed him and had one of their group switch appearances with him using their face-swapping method. That allowed them to avoid scrutiny from the other guards. Then, once all the other inmates were asleep, Odilon spent his night shift carrying out the remainder of their switcheroo plan. However, they made one mistake. Henri changed his appearance to match Eric's earlier than he should have done, and ended up being spotted by the real Eric. Real Eric came to the guards for help, but we didn't know then what we know now. So we put it down to hallucination and sent him to the observation ward. However, since one of the gang members was posing as a guard, they simply changed real Eric's appearance and had their Eric take his place, muddying the waters even further.
Right, because I put Eric on the observation list by then, and no inmates on that list can be processed for departure until I've discharged them.
Hence why the imposters had to pull that little stunt to get fake Eric off the list.
Yeah, it all makes sense now! The Duke cracked the case!
Well, I can't fault the reasoning. But I'm afraid that we ruled out the possibility of face switching very early on in this process.
Huh?
Criminals altering their facial appearance to commit crimes is nothing new. In fact, one of the explicit duties of the Malazines and the Marechaussee Phantom is to identify criminals in disguise. We carefully examined all the suspects, and there is no evidence that any means of disguise were used in this case.
Wow, if only there was some type of potion or something. Lotion. Just change one letter out.
Huh. Well then, how do we explain all this?
So far, it seems more likely that the gang stole documentation belonging to the inmates due for release, and are using that to commit identity fraud.
Actually, there is a potion that can completely change someone's appearance. If they use that, even a Malazine wouldn't be able to detect it. A shape-shifting potion?
Forgive me, head nurse, but this is the first time I'm hearing about it. If such a potion truly existed, it would jeopardize our entire investigative process at the Marachose Phantom. Are you certain of this?
If we just flood Fontaine again, it would solve the problem. That can be plan, E.
Yes, I am.
But...
Please, trust me in my professional opinion as an experienced clinician.
At the same time, without
Plan
any
F for
solid
flood.
evidence, it's pure speculation. If we can round up all the inmates suspected of switching places, then have a little talk with both sides, we might just get our answer. Yep, let's do that.
Okay. Well, it was our negligence that meant we had to come and conduct these post-internment interrogations. And I know it's put you out. We'll do it your way.
Your Grace, bad news. I paused the releases like you asked, but we were too late.
Oh no.
A bunch of people already got processed 2 hours ago. I checked the list, and sure enough, it's all the people who gave statements.
2 hours ago? That's before today's interrogations began. They had this all planned out.
So there really was a switch after all. They really pulled the wool over our eyes on this one.
We should be able to catch up with them if we leave now, right?
Not if that potion is real. They can just switch faces again after leaving the fortress. And if the Marachose's Melusines can't even spot them, we wouldn't know where to start searching.
Yikes! So we're at a complete dead end!
Alright, time to flood Fontaine.
Well, technically there is one more lead we could follow up on. We were only able to arrest this gang thanks to the help of a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute.
Oh no.
I believe his name is Rawat.
Oh? Rawat? Isn't that the handsome guy we met at that skincare promotion?
Handsome? Maybe from a human point of view. I just remember that he specialized in potions.
Wow, I wonder if he changed his identity. Ha ha ha.
One of the crimes this gang is charged with is the manufacture and sale of illicit drugs. According to Mr. Rawat, they appear to have stolen technology he developed through his research and used it in their operation. At first, he thought it was a typical case of intellectual property infringement, and he tried to negotiate with them. But once he discovered their criminal operation, he reported them to the authorities. Thanks to his report, we were able to swoop in and arrest them all in one go.
What a hero! Bet that took courage on his part.
No doubt. This is worth following up on. As the one who snitched on them, it's highly likely that Rawat will be targeted by the escapees. That aside, since he's negotiated with them in person before, there's a chance he'll have some additional information for us.
Understood, Your Grace. My team and I will head to the Fontaine Research Institute right away. In the meantime, please keep an eye on the face switch victims for us.
Of course.
Miss Morgan, I'd like to come along and help you catch these criminals.
Huh? Why's that?
Well, I'm the one who discharged the fake Eric last night, so I feel partly responsible.
Don't say that, head nurse. Your focus was on the inmate's health, and rightly so. We can't ask you to help with arresting criminals. That's our duty.
Who said anything about arresting them?
I also have a more personal reason. Cotton is a patient of mine, and if I don't get a new batch of medicine to him in time, his condition will get much worse.
Look, head nurse, I completely understand where you're coming from. But arresting criminals is dangerous business. And if anything happened to you, none of us can afford to take on that responsibility.
Don't worry, I can defend myself just fine.
You say that, but still.
If I may, Miss Morgan, Sigewinne is the one who raised the potion hypothesis, and I'm sure she has far more expertise on the topic than your team. My suggestion would be to bring her with you.
Risley with the backup, let's go. For her neutral special, she uses a gun.
And if you really are worried for her safety, then...
Us. Hi. Yeah.
Ah, there you go, right on cue. Knew I could count on you.
That's fair.
Okay. Well, since this plan has the Duke's blessing, far be it from me to refuse. We should head off immediately. Time is of the essence.
Oh, hi! Thank you for the follow. Also, thank you for the raid, Rin. I can't shout at you while I'm in the... Okay, too late. I have been beat by my mod. Hello, thank you for the raid! Thank you for coming in! Shoot, well, for those of you who do not know, hello, I am the voice of Kiara, she. I'm really tired. I've been playing so much 14. Hi! Oh no, my chat's already starting to do the redeems. Okay. Hello? Sorry. I'm sorry. Hope you had fun on your stream. If you need a rest, go and take that rest. Real cat voicing cat. Yeah, listen, you haven't seen me in real life. You don't know if I'm just a cat piloting a person. Side-eyeing But yeah, I'll give a free meow for the road. You know? Clearly a raccoon. Oh, don't talk to me about raccoons. Listen, they need to be evicted. Ah, there it is. I knew it was gonna happen. Ara? There. Insatiable. But yeah, bombastic side eye. But yeah, I am doing Sieging's quest, so if no one wants to be spoiled on that, I know it's been a couple of days. I've been away for a little bit. But if you don't want to be spoiled, then yeah, this is your warning. If not, amongus. Oh shoot! Yeah, no, feel better soon. And rest well. Thank you for reading again. Ah, I thought I would have to talk to you to initiate the cutscene.
Sorry to impose, but I'm afraid we're here on urgent business, and we're gonna need you to cooperate.
The Marechaussee Phantom. Let me guess, you're investigating some more illegal research?
Like the R&R blood... What do you mean bloodlust? That's a new one. Usually you guys are the ones trying to... Okay.
Not this time, no. We're looking for a researcher. Do you know where we might find Mr. Rawat?
Rawat. Oh yeah, Mr. Handsome, right? He actually doesn't work on site here very often. There's a handful of researchers in the nearby area who know him pretty well, though. You can see what they know.
My question is, whose identity did this guy steal?
Just a handful? Paimon figured he'd be the most popular guy around.
Well, I guess you could say he's popular, at least on a superficial level. He's blessed with good looks, so he tends to make a good first impression on people. But in all his time here at the Fontaine Research Institute, I don't think he's ever had a single deep conversation about his research with his peers. No way to make real friends around here.
You're just using bits for evil. It's great. I love it. I wish that showed up in the chat box. I wonder if there's a way to make that show up. Oh!
He definitely didn't come across like a recluse at that product promotion.
What's up with the I'm not gonna say that. I'm not putting that out into the world.
Oh, I don't find that weird at all. He definitely didn't strike me as the kind of guy who's good at making friends. Really? Paimon couldn't tell. Must be a Melusine perception thing.
Oh shoot, is this the soundtrack that has that little ringing that makes me think it's my fire alarm going off again? Oh no. I think it's the OST that has the little ringing in the background. Oh my god, not the chat!
Okay, we should talk with his acquaintances. But we also need to check the Research Institute for any clues. Let's split up. It'll save us some time.
Sure thing! We'll go ask around among the other researchers with Sigewinne. Paimon's suddenly kinda curious to know what everyone really thinks of him.
Alrighty. Let's get that tea. With the Melusine emote? I fear the power. I fear what you guys would do with the Melusine emote. Hello, Audrey. Oh! Sorry, bird!
Excuse us, are you Audrey?
That's me. What is it?
Are you close friends with Rawat? We're trying to find out where he is.
Close friends? You mean because I told him I had feelings for him once? I doubt I'm the first or last at the Institute to make that mistake. Why would you single me out as a close friend? I should have known, really. Men like him, they just enjoy being surrounded by fawning women. They're not interested in a serious relationship.
Okay. We were just kind of wondering if you might know where we can find him.
We can beat him up for you.
Why would I know where he's at? I barely know him, and he probably doesn't even remember me.
Ugh, this is getting annoying. Shall we go ask someone else?
A bird is laughing at her.
I think she knows Rawat better than she cares to admit. If we leave now, it might be a wasted opportunity. Maybe, but we're not going to get much out of her while she's in this state, are we? She's displaying symptoms common among people in love, if that's what you mean.
A cure?
But I know a cure. It's curable? Oh, we're still no closer to finding Mr. Rawat. Oh, by this point, he could be in grave danger.
I keep like physically reacting to that ring because it is the exact pitch of my fire alarm and it has been faulty once again. Oh, hi, bird! Bye! Man. What is my luck with birds just intruding on all of my cutscenes? Every single time, I swear.
Danger? Wait, why are you looking for him again?
Oh, that's right, yeah! The Marashosei Phantom said that he's been targeted by some pretty bad people. We need to make sure he's safe.
What? How has this happened? He seemed fine when I last saw him, and that was only a couple of days ago. Just happened to run into him, of course.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I see. Well,
Happened.
do you have any thoughts on where he might be right now?
Okay, but this is purely out of concern for his safety. If he's not at the Institute, he might be at his mother's place. I heard she raised him alone, that they had it pretty tough financially, and these days she's housebound due to illness. He makes regular trips back home to check on her.
Oh, okay. Do you know the address?
Nope, sorry. I only found out the thing about his mother because it came up in conversation once. I was just trying to find out more about him, you know, so I could get to know him better.
I don't know if that would really endear someone to me. Oh, how was the concert I went to? Oh, it was so freaking cool. I went to the Distant Worlds concert, and like, man, it was the music. The music was so good. It was just amazing live. Silken was there too, just chilling. Man. Also, at the end, they did the Sephiroth theme song, and the audience got to chime in. It was great. Did we get lucky? We did not get lucky. But we did get to sing Sephiroth.
When I told him I had a crush on him, I offered to help him take care of his mother. And yeah, maybe that was a stupid idea, but did he really have to yell at me for it? It's like, fine, I can take no for an answer, but what's with the temper tantrum?
Probably because you stalked him to find this information out? I don't know. I don't think he told you that information about his mom.
Unbelievable. These guys only want to show you their charming, well-groomed exterior. They can't stand it when a few home truths shine through.
Looks like her love syndrome is flaring up again. We need to find out Mr. Rawat's mother's address. Let's check with the Marashosei officers when we regroup. Cool, sounds like a plan.
Okay, are there 2 more people we have to talk to? Oh, I guess so. Hello, person at this random board.
Hey there, are you in Teep?
I've read Demon Slayer, but I haven't watched it.
What do you want?
Oof.
We're here to ask about Rawat. Any idea where he might be? We were told you were pretty close with him.
Close? Not sure that's the word I'd use. He wouldn't even let me use his patent.
Huh?
It's been a good few days since I last saw him. I don't know where he's at. Go ask someone else.
Would the patent in question happen to be related to the new skincare product he developed?
Yeah, kinda. Butterfly dew, or whatever he calls it. I heard he made a tidy sum off of that one.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Keep going.
Most of the other researchers here focus on mechanics, energy, stuff like that. I get why he wouldn't be interested in having anything to do with them. But I'm studying coatings. There's a huge overlap in our areas of research. Why would he refuse to work with me?
Because it was illegal, probably. Oh, give it a follow.
I bought his product once and noticed it contains a unique substance that might have applications in
It's
coatings too. If it worked out, I could probably make as much as he's making. Don't get me wrong, I had no intention of plagiarizing his work. I was hoping to get official permission to use his findings in my own research. Followed the proper procedure. It was all above board. I would have had to pay him a license fee and everything. But despite that, he turned me down not once, not twice, but 3 times. It's like he's vehemently opposed to the idea of anyone else making the kind of money he does.
Huh, so is Rawat antisocial, or is this guy just jealous?
I think that Rawat was just doing something illegal and didn't want to be found out.
Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna get any info about Rawat's whereabouts from him. Let's go!
What is he doing? Turning everyone into Rawater.
Mr. Antibes, next time you go shopping, you should buy some Buell fruits. Peel the skin, steep in water, then drink. It'll help calm your mood.
Huh? Yeah. Thanks.
Any chance he might be sus? Yeah, I don't even know if Rawat is actually Rawat. I don't know whose face he stole, but, like, I'm pretty sure he did. He's the imposter. Oh, over here.
Hello! Sorry to bother you, sir, but are you Bertram?
Who's asking?
Just some concerned citizens helping out the Marachose Phantom with an investigation. We'd like to ask you about Rawat's whereabouts, if that's okay. We're told the two of you are pretty close.
Not anymore, we're not. Turns out we don't see eye to eye.
Did he have a weird personality change overnight or something?
Oh yeah? What happened?
The thing about us researchers is, most of us do what we do for some sort of higher purpose. But not Rawat. All he cared about was how to commercialize his findings. He won't even let you work with him unless you sign a confidentiality agreement first. Also, he has better control over who gets which intellectual property rights. How are you supposed to get any meaningful research done working with a guy like that? Now that I've got my own technical solution for my compressor, I don't need to work with him anymore.
Dropped him like a hot potato, and I don't blame you.
So that's what Rawat is really like. We'd still like to know where to find him. Is that something you can help us with?
Wait, you're... Yeah, I know you. You're the head nurse at the Fortress of Meripede. Alright, then I'm happy to help you if I can. I respect the work you do. Medicine serves the highest purpose of all the sciences.
Wow, turns out Sigewinne's got some real clout.
Thing is, I have no real way of knowing where he might be. I stopped working with him 2 months ago, and I've barely seen him since. But if you want my advice, I'd say go talk to the peddlers. There's a few he meets with every other day or so. Maybe they know where he's at.
Peddlers?
Yeah, back when I was working with him, I noticed he met with them quite often. Wouldn't surprise me if they were involved in some shady business together, because it seemed like they went out of their way to avoid discussing anything in my presence. The little I overheard was about manufacturing and selling pharmaceutical drugs. Like I said, he's all about the money.
Drugs? Doesn't he work with skincare products? Do those count as drugs?
Kinda.
Who knows? I never cared to find out. He's the Morag rubber, not me.
Thank you. You've given us plenty to work with.
Welcome. Goodbye, and may we both reach new heights in our scientific endeavors.
Dang, that guy was just very pleasant.
Researchers, let's head back to the meetup point.
I was not expecting just well-tempered guy who gave us plenty of information to work with.
Yep.
Okay. So... over here? Here. There we go.
thinking Rawat was a handsome researcher with a friendly and cheerful personality. It's such a surprise to learn that his peers have a different impression of him.
I don't know, he seemed kind of full of himself.
So, what's your view of him now, Paimon? A handsome researcher whose difficult upbringing turned him into a profit chaser with a chip on his shoulder? So your thoughts about his appearance haven't changed at all? Well, his looks are kind of a big deal, at least in Paimon's opinion. How does such a handsome guy end up being so antisocial? Even with his difficult family background, it just doesn't make any sense.
Does it?
You can't judge a person solely based on their appearance.
Head nurse. Traveler. I assume you've spoken with the researchers. What did you find out?
Part of me is like half suspicious of every NPC now that they've been replaced.
Pharmaceutical merchants. Do you know if he's registered any pharmaceutical brands?
Since he was a whistleblower on such a huge case, I ran a background check on him. I don't remember there being any brands under his name.
How strange. If he was so focused on commercializing his research and averse to sharing his technology with others, why wouldn't he have registered his own brands?
What if I've been replaced? You don't know. You don't know what happens during the blips.
Maybe he and his business partners needed to avoid public scrutiny?
You think he may have colluded with the gang? Well, the crime was manufacture and sale of drugs, and that would certainly be in his wheelhouse. We can't rule it out.
Isn't that pretty unlikely, though? He was the one who blew the whistle on them!
Is it unlikely to throw everyone else under the bus so you get away with it?
Most children who come to me with tooth decay have suffered pain for a long time already, but they'll still try to hide the fact that they eat too many sweets. Grown-ups and children aren't so different in that regard.
Why so many Fontaine quests are about drugs? Yeah, why are there so many Fontaine quests about drugs, aka synth, aka people that have been dissolved into water?
If you say so.
I saw him when he came to make his report, and I certainly didn't get the feeling that he was the type to collude with criminals. Perhaps it's more likely that they were coercing him.
Okay, a feeling is not proof. Just saying. Are you basing it on his appearance? Is he too handsome to commit crimes?
You mentioned that he comes from a poor family.
Or are you an imposter?
It's possible that the criminals approached him.
Wait, are you an
asking
imposter?
For academic support, luring him in with the promise of riches.
Yeah, I'm a little sus as well.
By the time he discovered who they really were, he was in too deep. They had leverage on him, so he was forced to keep working for them. I've seen it happen many times before.
That does make a lot of sense. It would definitely explain why he was so unwilling to cooperate with his fellow researchers. No wonder he's so unsociable.
No.
He must be on edge all the time with a gang of crooks breathing down his neck.
Don't just take that at face value. That's pure conjecture. That's speculation. And she did rule out face swapping at the beginning. That's true. Because, like, to be fair, there was a reason in the sense of, like, there was no disguises and stuff, but it's just, like, she was very against it.
In that case, the situation could be worse than we thought. If Rawat was working with the escaped inmates, they're sure to know more about his whereabouts than us. Oh, there's a good chance they'll get to him before we do.
Because, like, I don't want to say that she's Rawat, though, because, like, we've seen that the voices don't change. So it can't be Rawat. Maybe an accomplice? But I don't know. All of the people in the gang were men.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, he was last seen 2 days ago. If no one's seen him since, maybe we're too late.
2 days ago?
Maybe they're all fake.
He went missing right after that product promotion.
That was the same day he reported the criminals, too. Not a good sign.
Oh, wait. I didn't realize that they were arrested, like, that day. I thought they were in there for a while. Huh.
Don't worry, everyone. I believe we still have a chance. Since he disappeared right after blowing the whistle, it's likely that he's gone into hiding. Yeah, He must have been worried that they'd come for him.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly it.
All the more reason to find him as soon as possible. The only lead we have at the moment is his mother's house, which you mentioned earlier. Seath, think you can find the place?
Yep. When you register a brand, the Court of Fontaine requires you to provide a legal address. The one Rawat wrote down was in the outskirts of the city. That should be the place.
Okay, then there's no time to lose. Let's move.
I think I'm really sus of Morgan just because the last time a Fontainian officer, like, speculated like this was in Lynette's hangout quest, and incredibly sus. Very much diverting attention away from them. And I just... man. None of them are trustworthy. I can't trust anybody. Trust no one, including yourself. I think Fontaine has given me trust issues, to be honest. Oh, I thought those were flowers. No, that's just a whole bird. Oh yeah, no, it's pretty messed up. I was mean the whole time.
All right, this should be the house. I'm pretty sure this was the address.
I'm actually a robot.
Okay, I'll knock.
Faint sound of breathing. Oh, are we gonna find someone with half their face melted off again?
Restricted mobility. Oh, it seems serious. Oh, what's the fastest way to get this door open? Break the door down?
No, I'll handle it. Let the expert deal with it. There'll be a mountain of paperwork if we damage a citizen's property.
Time to lockpick it. Maybe... do Melusines have a really good sense of hearing? That might be it.
Calm down. Deep breaths. Remember your training. Control your strength. And... it's open.
Did you break the lock?
Seath, take a few people and lie in wait. Keep your eyes peeled for any activity around the house. The Traveler, Head Nurse, and I will go inside.
Huh, you know, if you think about it, VTubers basically just use butterfly dew, right? They just... they wear the skin of another being. Also, thank you for the follow. Just explodes it with one of Klee's bombs. Okay. Oh? Oh, I'm expecting horror. I'm expecting body horror.
Oh, there. On the bed, there's an old
Oh.
lady. That's gotta be
she's
Rawat's
okay.
mother, right? She doesn't look like she's in any state to be answering our questions, though.
Okay.
We could try, but she is very ill. We mustn't force it.
Well, doesn't look like Rawat's here. She's the only one we can talk to.
Are we sure that Rawat isn't in the room at this moment?
Allow me. Hello, ma'am. Might I ask if you're
Is she even
Rawat's
conscious?
mother? We are trying to locate him.
Oh. We should not be interrogating this old lady.
Hard of hearing, perhaps. Does anyone have a picture of Rawat?
I have one here.
Wait, is it gonna match up?
I'd like to show you a photo, ma'am. Is this your son? Do you know where he is?
She's so sick. We should not be doing this.
Looks like this isn't gonna work after all.
Well, looks like we're out of leads. If Rawat's not here, things are looking very bad for him.
Is it possible he could have avoided returning here because he knew he'd be in danger?
I'm wondering now if it's not Rawat that she is, but maybe an accomplice. Someone who, like, you know, fawned over him like a lot of other people, apparently.
Maybe. But if so, where do we look next? maybe we should take another look at the Institute.
Guess so.
I suggest we all return there now. We found a good amount of useful information the first time, but perhaps there's something we missed. This is our last hope.
Sorry, officer, but could I stay here for a while? This patient requires some care.
Of course. Traveler, stay with the head nurse. You're technically here as her assistant after all.
Also, I'd like some Marechaussee members to stay as well, and keep an eye on the area.
Why's that?
If Rawat knows how serious his mother's condition is, he will return.
Got it. Okay. I'll tell the squad members in hiding to stay put and keep a lookout.
Thanks for helping me out yet again, Traveler and Paimon. No problem. But when you say her condition is serious, do you mean... Yes. She's barely clinging on to life. Oh. Let me take care of a few things first. Could you pass me the towel over there? Yeah, of course.
Man.
I can tell that her family has tried a lot of different treatment methods, including some very expensive medicines. Unfortunately, her condition is so multifaceted that a recovery looks all but impossible. Sigewinne, Paimon bets being a nurse must be pretty tough at times like this. Yes, it makes me a little sad. In Amelizine's eyes, a human's birth, aging, sickness, and death are as much a part of natural law as sunrise and sunset. But human medicine can defy that law to some extent. In that sense, it is a science of miracles. That is why I became fascinated with it in the first place. But it was only after I truly became a doctor that I realized miracles don't always happen. Even the greatest doctors cannot cure all diseases. Sigewinne. Well, don't worry about me, Paimon. A doctor's duty is not to cure all diseases, but to treat whatever ailments they can. At the very least, I can lower her fever. That way she'll suffer less, and she might even be able to see her son. Yeah, all the more reason to find Rawat as soon as possible, even if we don't catch those crooks. Oh, her fever is getting worse. Could I get some hot water? Sure, we're on the case.
Check the table. Storage trunk has been rifled through and some essentials are in it. Did Rawat come back previously? Check the cabinet. Found it. I'll assume there was like some type of heating device in here or something. Oh, fortunately there's still some ready-made hot water there. Okay. This cabinet seems to have a hidden compartment. This is... The way into the underground lab is written down in the journal. You know when you're not sus? When you don't have a secret underground lab? Just saying, having a secret underground lab immediately brings up your sus meter, like, by 10.
Found the hot water?
Yeah, I also found the hot tea.
Sure did. And look what else we found. Judging by this journal, it seems like Rawat has a private lab. There's a good chance he could be there right now. We gotta go tell Officer Morgan right away.
No, let's go there ourselves.
Oh, that's great news. But hold on just a moment. The wet towel is ready. I'm giving you another injection. Are you feeling better now? It's all right. We'll go bring him back. Please hang in there.
Injects a wet towel.
Thank you.
Oh. I feel like we shouldn't tell her. I just really don't trust them because there's so much impostering going on right now. I can't trust anybody. Oh, wait, are we actually just going straight there? Huh. Okay, but I am kind of out of time, so for this time, I'm trying to be good about my times, and that's only that has nothing to do with the fact that Final Fantasy XIV is out. Nope, it has nothing to do with that. Let me see who's who's streaming. Listen. I'm at level 34. I want to finish by the week. Let's see. Oh, Sam is streaming. Oh yeah, you don't have to apologize for being late. Listen, they're all here, and I will eventually upload VODs. But yeah, you're listening. Listen, it's fine. I'll be back on Wednesday. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. I will be back on Wednesday for the rest of Sigewinne's quest and maybe some Imaginarium Theater if I have time. I'm assuming. Yeah, I'll be doing Imaginarium after Sigewinne's story. I might try ZZZ on Friday. We'll see how that works out. But yeah, it is good to be back though, actually. I ran out of things to say. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for the raid, if you're still there and all that kind of stuff. I will check my team requirements for Imaginary. But yeah, take care then, and I will be back on Wednesday. Bye-bye!